Good morning, Ra. Let us continue yesterday's class. Yesterday we started, that is the hydrides of 15 group elements. A few points are completed, and most important points are here. Okay, let us discuss one by one. Boys, hydrides of 15th group elements. Generally, MH3 type hydrides are formed. MH3 type hydrides. So those are nothing but NH3. Where is this? PH3, ASH3, SPH3, and BiH3 like that. Okay. So some few points. Ammonia, NH3 is non-poisonous, pungent smelling, characteristic gas, colorless gas. But remaining are all poisonous gases. Poisonous gases. Now, so those preparations we covered yesterday, boys. Now, general properties of these 15th group hydrides of 15th group elements. Boys, from 15th group elements, the most important topic is this hydrides and the general properties of these hydrides. That means melting point, boiling point, everything, solubility, thermal stability, reducing property, basic nature. What is the trend? We should remember, memorize these, boys. నేను కొంచెం సింప్లిఫై చేసి చెప్తున్నా, జాగ్రత్త చూడండి. Ammonia. In ammonia molecules between NH3, there is hydrogen bonds are possible, boys, between ammonia molecules. NH3 like that. Because of this hydrogen bonds between ammonia molecules, that means it is easily converted into liquid state by applying pressure. When compared to other hydrides, ammonia ready to convert into liquid state because of intermolecular hydrogen bonding. See here, ammonia can be converted into liquid by applying some pressure because it has hydrogen bonds. It is important one. Next point. Melting and boiling points of these compounds. Melting and boiling points. First of all, boiling point ready. So see here, least boiling point is applicable for PH3 and highest is SBH3. So see here, NH3. Boiling points. Because of this intermolecular hydrogen bonding, boiling point actually top to bottom molecular masses increases. As molecular masses increases, boiling points are also increasing. We expect ammonia has less boiling points, but due to the presence of intermolecular hydrogen bonding, so boiling point is here. It is a little bit before antibody hydrides. So okay. So therefore, the boiling points order is actually top to bottom increases. But ammonia has this is the value. Therefore, the order of boiling points is PH3 less than ASH3 less than NaH3 less than SBH3. This is due to hydrogen bonds in ammonia molecule. Next, melting point. BiH3, that is metallic hydride, something more, no doubt, after that. Next, that is particularly, those values are not given in our textbooks, that's why we neglected that. Next, melting point, boys. A melting point. Once again, top to bottom melting point also increases as molecular mass increases. So that's why we expected ammonia less than PH3 less than ASH3 less than SPH3. But ammonia has greatest melting point. The melting point of ammonia is more only. We expected less, but it is more. Why ammonia has more melting point? Because it is small in size. Small size atoms in solid phase, because melting point is applicable for solid phase. In solid phase, these small particles are perfect, closely packed, and perfect arrangement is there. Because of that perfect arrangement, due to these small sized molecules, that's why intermolecular attractive forces are very, very high. Gaps are very low. Because of that, melting point is high. Ammonia has greater melting point. Please be conscious. Ammonia has greater melting point. Next, and important, solubility of these hydrides in water. Boys, so in water, solubility from top to bottom gradually decreases. So as molecular mass increases, solubility decreases. Solubility from top to bottom decreases. Solubility. Highly soluble hydride is ammonia. Ammonia is highly soluble because with water molecules that can form hydrogen. With water molecule, ammonia can form hydrogen bond. That's why ammonia is highly soluble in water. From top to bottom, that solubility gradually decreases. Listen, boys, most of the properties from top to bottom decreases. Melting and boiling points are general case, but in remaining cases, most of the properties decreases. So listen carefully. So solubility from top to bottom gradually decreases. See here. So when ammonia is dissolved in water gives respect to ammonium hydroxide, which is ionized as ion cell. NH4 plus ion, OH minus ion, everywhere equilibrium state maintained. See here, it is very, 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 very important. So there is a hydrogen bond between ammonia and water molecules. See here, boys, oxygen is more electronegative element and nitrogen is less electronegative element between these two. It is second best electronegative, this is the third best. That is why hydrogen connected with more electronegative elements is attracted with nitrogen, but not hydrogen from nitrogen. Hydrogen from oxygen is in hydrogen bond with nitrogen. So that means this is not possible, and this is possible. A number of times asked twice. Oxygen is more electronegative element. Hydrogen connected with that more electronegative element is involved in hydrogen bond with nitrogen. But reverse case is not possible. Reverse case is not possible. Very, very, very important. So solubility top to bottom decreases. Solubility top to bottom decreases perfectly. Therefore, the order is NH3 greater than PH3 greater than nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony, bismuth. These hydrides solubility top to bottom decrease. That is the order of solubility, boys. That is the order of solubility. Next point. All these hydrides, central atom has a lone pair. Because of presence of that lone pair, they can donate that lone pair to others. That means these chemicals act as Lewis bases. Electron pair donors acts as Lewis bases. Therefore, all these are Lewis bases. All these are Lewis bases. That basic nature, top to bottom, decreases. Most of the properties top to bottom decreases. So this basic nature also top to bottom decreases. So basic nature also top to bottom decreases. Therefore, the order of basic nature is NaH3 greater than PH3 greater than ASH3 greater SbH3 and BiH3. That means from where lone pair is quickly comes out. Tell me, boys, from nitrogen or bismuth?
Ammonia.
Nitrogen.
Ammonia. So nitrogen silent. Ammonia is the strong base. Ammonia is the strong base. Strong Lewis base ending. So that because it has a strong nature. When among these hydrides, ammonia is a strong base. But generally, ammonia is a weak base when compared to HCl and HCl. But in these hydrides, ammonia is a strong base. So this combined with almost on all acids. But PH3, the next case, it is weak base because it reacts with only strong acids like HI. HI is strong acid. Okay, that means PH3, phosphine, not reacts with weak acids and reacts dissolve with strong acids. That is with HI, PH4 plus I minus, that reaction is possible. And with HF, with HCl, almost not possible. Okay, because those are weak acids, this HI is strong acid. Next time. So because these are Lewis bases, so they give an additional compound with Lewis acid. BF3 boron trifluoride, it is Lewis acid. NH3 Lewis acid, base. So between Lewis base and acid, there is a formation of coordinate covalent bond. Because of that, addition reaction takes place. So that means these compounds give an additional compound. These compounds give additional compounds with Lewis bases because these are bases. Okay. Now let us observe some more points. Okay. Next general points, boys. Next, bond ions. Hydrides, here we are going to discuss. In hydrides, bond angles, boys. We have NaH3, PH3, ASH3, SbH3, BiH3. So every central atom has a lone pair of electrons. All these are pyramidal in shape. All these are pyramidal in shape. Okay. See here, boys. This lone pair is present in where 1s, 2s, 2s. Lone pair is present in 2s. This is in 3s, 4s, 5s, 6s. These lone pairs are present in those s orbitals, boys. That means away from the, very far away from the situation. Because of that, repulsions are decreased. So here nitrogen is in sp3 hybridization. Here nitrogen is in sp3 hybridization. Now this lone pair is in sp3 hybrid orbital. Lone pair is present in sp3 hybrid orbital. In these cases, no hybridization takes place the central atoms. So no hybridization. Pure orbitals involved in bonding, and pure orbitals are involved in bonding. So p orbitals. That is why here bond angle, because of hybridization, so that is sp3 hybridization, tetrahedral, lone pair bond pair repulsions, are because of that Vespers condition. The bond angle is
7 degrees.
7 degrees, 11 minutes or 48 minutes roughly. It is the bond angle in ammonia. Because of sp3 hybridization, as per Vespers theory, bond angle is 107 degrees, 11 minutes or 48 minutes. In these cases, pure p orbitals are involved in bond formation. That is why bond angles are nearer to 90 degrees. In these cases, pure p orbitals are involved in bonding ending. Therefore, bond angles nearer to 90 degrees. Because of px, py, pz, one is perpendicular to another end. Everywhere 90 degrees bond angle is maintained. So because of repulsions, the bond angles are deviated from the 90 degrees, but nearer to 90 degrees. Nearer to 90 degrees. In pH3, bond angle is 93 degrees 36 minutes. ASH3, 91 degrees 48 minutes. SbH3, 91 degrees 18 minutes. Bismuth has no bond angle in our books. Tell me, boys, what happened in bond angle? Top to bottom increases or decreases?
Decrease.
Bond angle
Decreases.
from top to bottom.
Decreases.
What happened? Decreases.
Decreases.
Decreases. Bond angle decreases. So basic nature decreases. Bond angle decreases. What about the solubility, boys?
Decreases, sir.
Decreases. Solubility decreases. Solubility decreases. Now, it is bond angle. Next, we are going to discuss about bond length. Bond length.
Increases.
Increases, sir.
Yes. So, nitrogen to hydrogen, bond length, PH3. Yes. Because PR as, see here, for PN, size increase, PASH3, SbH3. So like this, bond length from top to bottom increases. Because bond length increases, these bonds easy to break it. That means this bond is easy to break. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Therefore, bond
Yes,
length
bond energy, sir.
bottom increases. What about bond
Bond
energy
energy
from top to bottom?
decreases.
Decreases.
Huh?
Decreases, sir.
Decreases. Bond length increases, bond energy decreases. Now tell me, boys,
Sir.
which one easy to break? Which one easy to break? NaH3 or BH3? BH3. That means which is more stable?
NH3, sir.
Huh?
NH3.
NaH3. Therefore, from top to bottom, thermal stability. What happened? From top to bottom, thermal stability.
Decreases.
Increases or decreases? Tell me.
Decreases, sir.
Decreases, sir.
Decreases.
Decreases.
From top to bottom, thermal stability of these hydrides decreases. Therefore, the
Decreases.
order of thermal stability NH3 greater than PH3 greater than nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony, bismuth. This is the order of the hydrides of thermal stability. The thermal stability of hydrides of 15th group elements. Now, boys, now see here. Bond length increases. Bond length increases.
Catenation also from top to bottom decreases, sir.
Ma?
And the catenation, sir. Bond energy decreasing, sir.
Catenation decreases automatically. Less is the length. Boys, here bond length means it is between our element with hydrogen, not between element and element. Catenation represents element bond length, bond energy between similar elements. Okay. Now, top to bottom, bond length increases, hydrides. That means from where hydrogen is quickly out? Tell me, boys. Consider BiH3 also. From where hydrogen is quickly out? BiH3.
Yes.
That means these hydrates release hydrogen. Those gives hydrogen to others or acts as reducing agents.
Reducing agents.
So
Yes,
that
sir.
means our
BiH is
hydrides,
strong reducing.
hydrides acts as reducing agents, or hydrides acts as reducing agents. Now tell me, which is best reducing agent?
BiH.
Which gives hydrogen quickly?
BiH3. BiH3.
Bond length increases. Bond length increases. That means hydrogen donating tendency.
Increases, sir.
Hydrogen donating tendency increases. Therefore, from top to bottom, reducing power, what happened? Increases. From top to bottom, reducing property increases. Therefore, BiH3 is the good reducing agent. BiH3 is the good reducing agent. Reducing power, boys, bond length increases. Reducing property increases. Okay. Remaining all or almost all decreases. Am I correct?
Sir.
General trends. Melting and boiling points also increases, boys. But there is a deviation there in case of ammonia. Okay. So general trend top to bottom decreases. General trend top to bottom decreases. Next. Now it is NH3. These hydrogens can replace with alkyl groups, boys. It is possible. Organic, either methyl group or ethyl group. Either methyl group or ethyl group. So these hydrogen can be substituted with our alkyl groups like methyl or ethylene. Ethyl or ethylene. The ease of substitution of these hydrides, decreases down the group. Very, very, very important. The ease of substitution of these hydrides decreases down the group. Very, very, very important. This is decreases down the group because the bond polarity between our element and hydrogen decreases. Bond polarity decreases, boys. See here. NH is more polar because nitrogen is more electronegative element. But BiH is less polar. More polar. It is less polar. Because of less polar, this hydrogen is not easy to replace. But this hydrogen is easy to replace. That means from top to bottom. So methyl substitution decreases. The ease of substitution of these hydrogens from these hydrides from top to bottom decreases. So these are some important points towards our hydrides of 15th group elements. So that is about hydrides. Next general property from 15th group elements, that is halides. Halides. What are these halides? Our 15th group element with halogen combination gives respect to halides. Halogens, 17th group elements. They give respect to halides. Here, our 15th group elements gives two types of halides. One is MX3 type halides, MX5 type halides. One is trihalides, and another one is pentahalides. Because here M is in +3 oxidation state, here M is in +5 oxidation state. So the common oxidation state for our 15th group elements is +3 and +5. Because of this reason, in this case trihalides, in this case pentahalides are possible. So there are two types of halides. One is trihalides and one is pentahalides. Okay, let us discuss one by one. So first of all, takes trihalides. 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 General formula MX3. Here M has a lone pair voice. Here M is our 50A group element. X is fluorine, chlorine, bromine, or iodine. X is fluorine, chlorine, bromine, or iodine. Now let us observe the compounds. Our 15th group element: nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony, bismuth. From nitrogen side, NF3, NCl3, NBr3, Ni3 are the possible compounds. Ni3. Phosphorus side, PF3, PCl3, PBr3, Pi3. Arsenic, AsF3, AsCl3, AsBr3, AsI3, SbF3, SbCl3, SbBr3, SbI3, BiF3, BiCl3, BiBr3, BiI3. These are halides of trihalides of our 15th group elements, boys. These are trihalides of our 15th group elements. Okay. Most of these halides are covalent except BiF3. BiF3 is purely ionic component. Okay. Remaining all our halides are covalent. All these are covalent halides. Except BiF3, remaining all are covalent halides. Okay. Next, from top to bottom, the physical state is varied from gaseous state to liquid state. From top to bottom, physical state changed from gas to liquid. So intermolecular forces increases, boys. As size increases, molecular mass increases. As molecular mass increases, intermolecular forces increases. Because of that, physical state changes from gaseous state to liquid state. Gaseous state to liquid state. Next means NF3. So interaction between nitrogen and fluorine is very, very fast. That means is possible. There is strong attraction between nitrogen and fluorine. Because of that, something amount of energy will be released during the preparation of this NF3. Therefore, it is exothermic component. Exothermic compound. That means during the preparation of NF3 from its elements, energy will be released. Exothermic. So exothermic products are, because energy is lost, stable. Therefore, NF3 is stable. It is exothermic compound. So remaining halides of nitrogen, these three, these are endothermic compounds.
Energy
So
will
during
be
the
absorbed.
preparation, so energy absorbed, that means more energy is there inside. Therefore, these are unstable or less stable. unstable and less stable. Because of this unstable, these are explored, that is explosive compounds. Because of this instability, they are quickly involved in the reaction, that is involved in explosive conditions. Explosive conditions. Okay. Next. Once again, see here, boys. So most of these compounds are covalent, but these compounds are, what are those? Antimony, bismuth compounds. These compounds are in between, intermediate between ionic and covalent. Please keep in mind. So these are intermediate between ionic and covalent nature. So antimony, bismuth compounds are generally in between ionic, and is something ionic nature, covalent nature. These are all covalent, but this is purely ionic. This is a purely ionic. This is general points towards our halides. Now, how to prepare these halides? What are the preparation of these halides? Let us discuss one by one. Boys, note chesara.
1 minute, sir.
1 minute.
Okay, okay. Okay, preparation of these trihalides. Preparation of these trihalides. Nitrogen trihalides, note on the point. Nitrogen trihalides are prepared by the action of excess of halides on elements. Excess of halide on, not element, ammonia. On ammonia. Nitrogen trihalides are prepared by the action of excess of halogen on ammonia. Let us observe the reactions. NH3, when reacts with fluorine, gives NF3 plus NH4F5. NF3 plus NH4F. Very, very, very important. So it is 4 moles, 3 moles. So now it is NF3, that is 3 moles. 3 moles. Next, when NH3 reacts with chlorine, excess of chlorine, that gives NCl3 plus HCl. NCl3 plus, if excess of chlorine, NCl3 is the product. Excess of ammonia, later tomorrow, let us discuss later. Next, when ammonia reacts with bromine, that is NBr3 NH3, additional compound, boys, plus HBr.
Nitrogen maximum.
HBr, this is 2 times, this is 3 times. Next, NH3 when reacts with iodine, iodine 3 times, that gives Ni3 NH3 plus 3 Hi+. So these compounds are NBr3 NH3 Ni3 NH3, these are called as ammoniates. Tribromo, that is ammoniate. Nitrogen tribromide ammoniate. Ammoniate of nitrogen tribromide. Those are called as ammoniates. Okay. So this is about trihalides. NF3, NCl3. These are the compounds. Ammoniates, those compounds are called as. Other elements hydrides. Other element hydrides. See here. So other elements, hydrides, are prepared from our element reacts with halogen, gives MH3 type compounds. Our element reacts with halogen, gives MH3 type compounds. So for other halides, this is the way element reacts with halogens. But in case of nitrogen halides, ammonia reacts with halogen. Okay. So here M is phosphorus, arsenic, antimony, bismuth. Here M is these chemicals, boys. Okay, but PF3 cannot be prepared by this method. But PF3 not prepared by this method. PF3 not prepared by this method. So its preparation, that is see here. So calcium fluoride or zinc fluoride or arsenic fluoride, when reacts with PCl3, either of these reacts with PCl3, that gives PF3 plus, this is CaCl2, this is ZnCl2, this is AsCl2. Sorry, AsCl3 are the products, boys. It is the way to prepare PF3, boys. So PF3 is prepared by this method, PF3. Except PF3, remaining are prepared by this method. But PF3 is like this. PF3 is like this. These are the, boys, every reaction important ending. Try to memorize. Next, thermal stability of these halides. Thermal stability of these halides. Okay, for a given element, or same element, okay, fluoride is more stable than chloride, is more stable than chlorine, bromine, bromide, which is more stable than iodide. Boys, already I wrote NF3 is more stable than Ni3. Am I correct or wrong? Tell me. NF3 is more stable ending. Ni3 is less stable. That's why these compounds are explosive and Japan already. NF3 greater than, NCl3 greater than, NBr3 greater than, NF3. So that means the stability of these halides for a particular element. So fluorides are more stable ending. For same halides, so that is explosive. Ni3 is explosive. For same halides, what happened? That is stability decreases for same halides. Next one, boys, in case of Ni3, NH3 compound is prepared, boys. In the preparation of Ni3, this is ammoniated compound is formed. Okay, it is ammoniated. So it is itself thermal decomposition, involved in thermal decomposition, that gives N2 gas. Note this point. N2 gas plus I2 plus NH4I is the product. N2 plus I2 plus NH4I, or that is, it is 8 times, 5 times, 9 times, 6 times. Okay, next, hydrolysis reactions are very important. Hydrolysis of trihalides of 15th group elements. Boys, ఇప్పుడు note చేస్తున్న reactions very important. Hydrolysis of MX3N. Hydrolysis of NX3N. ఇప్పుడు మన డిస్కషన్ అంతా కూడా ఏంటంటే నైట్రోజన్ సైడ్ నుండి మాట్లాడదామండి. నైట్రోజన్ మనకి NF3 ఉంది, NCl3 ఉందండి. NF3 ఉంది, NCl3 ఉంది. NF3 లోరా nitrogen, it has no d orbitals. కరెక్టేనా? నైట్రోజన్ d orbitals ఉన్నాయా లేవా?
లేవు సార్.
నెక్స్ట్ NF3 లో F కూడా ఉందిగా, F దగ్గర ఏమైనా d orbitals ఉన్నాయా? No d orbitals. కరెక్టేనా? So because of absence of d orbitals in both nitrogen and fluorine, so NF3 with water no reaction. That means no hydrolysis takes place. Very, very, very important. Because మా ఎక్కడన్నా నీకు డిఆర్బ్లాస్ ఉంటే ఎంటీఆర్బ్లాస్ ఉంటే వాటర్ సైడ్ నుండి ఆక్సిజన్ దగ్గర లోన్ పేస్ ఫస్ట్ డొనేట్ చేస్తూ బాండ్ లోకి ఇన్వాల్వ్ అవుతూ హైడ్రాలసిస్ రియాక్షన్స్ జరుగుతాయి. అలాంటి హైడ్రాలసిస్ జరగడానికి ఇక్కడ నైట్రోజన్ లో కానీ ఫ్లోరిన్ లో కానీ మనకి ఎంటీ డిఆర్బ్లాస్ లేవండి. అసలు డిఆర్బ్లాస్ లేవు. బికాస్ ఆఫ్ absence of డిఆర్బ్లాస్, because of absence of డిఆర్బ్లాస్, NF3 is not involved in hydrolysis. NF3 not involved in hydrolysis, and very, very, very important. Okay, this why NF3 not involved in hydrolysis? Any? What is the reason behind it?
Absence of DR-beta.
Because of absence of DR-beta in both nitrogen and fluorine. ఆ రెండిట్లో ఎక్కడో చాటు ఉంటే మనం ఐడెంటిఫై చేయొచ్చు, కానీ రెండిట్లోనే లేవు ఇక్కడ. సో నో DR-beta in both nitrogen and fluorine, not involved in hydrolysis. Next, in case of NCl3 తీసుకున్నాం. NCl3 it is reacts with water molecule. What happened? Is hydrolysis reaction takes place or not? చూడండి, NCl3 తీసుకుంటున్నాం. Cl nitrogen has lone parent. Water H2 oxygen has two lone pairs. Oxygen has two lone pairs. So nitrogen, ikkada oxygen and nitrogen, which is more electronegative?
Oxygen.
Which one quickly releases lone pair?
Nitrogen.
కాబట్టి నైట్రోజన్ దీనికి ఎలక్ట్రాన్ పేర్ డొనేట్ చేస్తుంది. సో ఓకేనా? సో ఆటోమేటిక్ గా వీళ్ళిద్దరి మధ్య మనకి రియాక్షన్ ఇది బయటకు వస్తుందిరా, ఇది బయటకు వస్తుంది. నౌ వాట్ ఇస్ ద రియాక్షన్ బిహైండ్ ఇట్? వాట్ ఇస్ ద ప్రొడక్ట్ పాయింట్? NCl, there is hydrogen plus HOCl is the product plus HOCl. ఫైనల్లీ ఇది దీనికి ఇచ్చేస్తుంది కాబట్టి ఇక్కడ నైట్రోజన్ దగ్గర మళ్ళీ లోన్ పేర్ డెవలప్ అవుతుంది. నైట్రోజన్ దగ్గర లోన్ పేర్ ఇది పార్షియల్లీ పాజిటివ్, ఇట్ ఈస్ పార్షియల్లీ నెగిటివ్ అండి. పార్షియల్ పాజిటివ్, పార్షియల్ నెగిటివ్. Okay, now the same process is repeated in remaining two chlorines also. So similarly, once again hydrolysis takes place. So this chlorine also replaces with hydrogen, that is NH2Cl, nitrogen has lone pair, plus HOCl. Once again reacts with H2O, that gives NH3 plus HOCl. Therefore finally what are the products ready? HOCl.
Sir, NH4OH plus HOCl. NH4OH.
మళ్ళీ వాటర్
NH4OH ఎక్కడ ఏది? దాని తర్వాత చూద్దాం తర్వాత విషయం. ముందు ఇక్కడ మనకు ఫైనల్ గా అండి. సో NH3 NCl3 plus H2O, the product is NH3 plus what is that? 3 moles HOCl. 3 moles water to reaction. What is ammonia? Acid or base?
Lewis base.
Base and Lewis base. What about this HOCl?
Acid.
Hypochlorous acid. Acid ending. That means during the hydrolysis of NCl3, acid and base are produced. So its basicity is it releases H plus and OCl minus. So it has monobasic end. Sometimes asked like this end. What is the basicity of the acid? During the hydrolysis of NCl3, acid and base are produced. That formed acid has basicity 1 end, HOCl end. Next, in other cases, what happened? మా ఇక్కడ చూడండి, NCl3 కదా, NCl3 ఆక్సిజన్ దగ్గర లోన్ పేర్స్ ఉన్నాయి, H రా. ఆక్సిజన్ దీనికి ఇచ్చి ఎలక్ట్రాన్ పేర్ డొనేట్ చేయదండి, బికాస్ ఇది మోర్ ఎలక్ట్రోనెగటివ్, కానీ ఇది లెస్ ఎలక్ట్రోనెగటివ్ కాబట్టి ఇది పాసిబుల్ అండి. కాబట్టి దీన్ని బేస్ చేసుకుని మనం ఈక్వేషన్ నోట్ చేసాం. జాగ్రత్త అండి. కాబట్టి ఆ కాంబినేషన్ లో మన ప్రొడక్ట్స్ వస్తాయి. వెరీ 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 ఇంపార్టెంట్ అండి. సో బేస్ అండ్ యాసిడ్ ఇస్ ద ప్రొడక్ట్ అండి డ్యూరింగ్ హైడ్రాలసిస్. మా ఇంతకీ NF3 హైడ్రోలైజ్డా నాట్ హైడ్రోలైజ్డా?
Not hydrolysis.
Not
Not
hydrolysis.
Hydrolyze.
NCl3
Hydrolysis.
Hydrolysis, sir.
Hydrolyze.
hydrolyzed. NCl3 hydrolyzed. What are the products?
NH3 and HOCl.
NH3 plus
3HOCl.
3HOCl. Now, ఇది నైట్రోజన్ క్లోరిన్ సైడ్ నుండి ఇక మిగతా వాటికి వస్తే హైడ్రాలసిస్ పాసిబుల్ అని. సో రిమైనింగ్ ఎలిమెంట్స్ లోకి వద్దామండి. ట్రైహాలైడ్స్, పర్టికులర్లీ PCl3 on hydrolysis. PCl3 on hydrolysis. Tell me, boys, it is these chlorines PCl plus HOH and ఈ OH మా ఈ Cl H combination HCl this is attached to here, that gives POH OH and that plus 3HCl so it is readjusted already. మనం నిన్న మాట్లాడుకున్నాం, గుర్తుందో లేదో. that is P double bond OH OH గుర్తొచ్చిందా? నేను రీఅరేంజ్మెంట్స్ టాటామెరిజం నోట్ చేసారా?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now during the hydrolysis of PCl3 on hydrolysis gives H3PO3 phosphorus acid plus 3HCl. 3 moles water involved in the reaction. 3 moles water involved in the reaction. So therefore, finally answer is మొత్తం కలిపి రాస్తున్నారు ఇక్కడ, రీఅడ్జస్ట్ చేస్తున్నాను. That is PCl3 reacts with 3 moles water gives H3PO3 plus 3HCl. మా ఇది బేస్, ఇది యాసిడ్, ఇది యాసిడ్, ఇది కూడా యాసిడ్. both are acids, boys. Both are acids. Next, AsHCl3 arsenic and reacts with water. Similar reaction takes place, and that is H3AsO3, but reverse reaction also possible. Reverse reaction also possible, plus 3 moles HCl. 3 moles HCl. That is also acid and acid. It is also acid and acid. Next, nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony. SbCl3. ఇది హైడ్రాలసిస్ లోకి ఇన్వాల్వ్ అయితేరా, that gives SbOCl అండి. SbOCl plus 2HCl. 2HCl. SbOCl plus 2HCl అండి. Tell me, boys, it is white precipitate. White precipitate. Okay, important end. It is a salt end. Next,
Reversible reaction, sir.
ఇది కూడా reversible reaction. BiCl3 when it reacts with water gives, once again reversible అండి, BiOCl. It is also white precipitate అండి. Salt once again, it is acid plus 2HCl. Let us observe, boys. This is also white precipitate. See here, this SbOCl, note down, note this point. SbOCl and BiOCl. So white precipitates, that's why these are used in paintings, and these precipitates are used in paintings and pigments. Used in paints and pigments. These are used in paints and pigments. Okay, so under the name perlite, under the name perlite, very, very, very important really. Perlite. So pigments color మన paintings లో యూజ్ చేసుకుంటూ వచ్చాయండి, paintings లో. Okay, let us observe the reactions, boys. Tell me, is extent of hydrolysis from top to bottom increases or decreases as based on these equations?
Increases.
Extent of
Decreases,
hydrolysis.
Decreases.
Decreases, sir. Decreases.
ఇంక్రీజ్. ఇక్కడ చూడండి యాసిడ్ బేస్ పర్ఫెక్ట్ హైడ్రాలసిస్ జరిగిపోయింది. ఇక్కడ యాసిడ్ వచ్చింది, చివరికి వచ్చేసరికి సాల్ట్స్ ఫామ్ అయ్యాయండి. అంటే ద రేట్ ఆఫ్ రియాక్షన్ ఫ్రమ్ టాప్ టు బాటమ్ ఇంక్రీజెస్ ఆర్ డిక్రీజెస్?
Decreases.
Decreases, sir.
Decreases.
Decreases.
బేస్ యాసిడ్ రా, యాసిడ్ ఫైనల్ గా సాల్ట్స్ వచ్చేసినాయండి. అంటే రియాక్షన్ జరగట్లేదండి. అంటే నోట్ డౌన్ ఫస్ట్ పాయింట్, రేట్ ఆఫ్ రియాక్షన్, రేట్ ఆఫ్ హైడ్రాలసిస్ ఫ్రమ్ టాప్ టు బాటమ్ డిక్రీజెస్. క్లియర్లీ మనకు ఆ రియాక్షన్ చూస్తే అర్థమైపోతుందా? ఓకే, వెరీ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్ అండి. నెక్స్ట్, ఇది నాన్ మెటల్ కాబట్టి యాసిడ్ బేస్ వచ్చిందా, ఇది మెటాలిక్ కాబట్టి సాల్ట్ వచ్చేసిందండి. మెటల్స్ జనరల్ గివ్ సాల్ట్స్ కాబట్టి ఈ రియాక్షన్ బేసెస్ నెక్స్ట్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ పాయింట్స్ ఏంటంటే, ఓకే, సో based on these reactions we can say that from top to bottom metallic nature increases, metallic character increases. So these reactions explain the gradation, in metallic character of the group, metallic nature of elements in the group. That means top to bottom metallic nature increases. That is clear information. Top to bottom metallic nature increases. Okay na? Next ma reactions note chesara. Next, note this point. మా ఇందా మీకు మెకానిజం ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేస్తున్నప్పుడు NaH2Cl అంటూ ఒక కాంపౌండ్ చూపించాను, గుర్తుందా? రీప్లేస్మెంట్ చూపించుకుంటూ NaH2Cl అండ్ సెకండ్ స్టెప్ రియాక్షన్. ఇఫ్ దిస్ వన్ ఈజ్ హైడ్రోలైజ్డ్, మళ్ళీ హైడ్రాలసిస్ ఇన్వాల్వ్ అయితే థర్డ్ స్టెప్ అదేగా, అవసరం లేదండి, కరెక్టే లేదు, అవసరం వేసి తప్ప రాద్దాం అనుకున్నా. మా ఇదిరా రియాక్షన్ ఏమన్నా అర్థమైందా రా? ఓకేనా? నెక్స్ట్ సార్, ఒక కాంపౌండ్ యాసిడ్ ఎప్పుడు అవుతుంది, బేస్ ఎప్పుడు అవుతుంది, హౌ టు ఐడెంటిఫై? అక్కడ ఎసిడిక్ అంటే ఎసిడిక్ నేచర్ వస్తుందా, కాంపౌండ్ బ్రేకింగ్ బేసిక్ నేచర్ వస్తుందా, ఒక్కసారి చూడండి. దీని బేసిస్ నెక్స్ట్ టాపిక్స్ డిసైడ్ అయి ఉంటాయి. ఒక్కసారి చూడరా. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, M is metal and it is bonded with oxygen and H, and I am taking MOH group. ఇప్పుడు ఇది ఎసిడిక్ కా బేసిక్ కా అంటే, ఇప్పుడు దీంట్లోంచి నీకు ఈ కాంబినేషన్ నుండి నీకు H+ అయాన్ వస్తే యాసిడ్ అని చెప్తాం, OH- అయాన్ కనుక రిలీజ్ అయితే బేస్ అని చెప్తాం. అంటే ఇప్పుడు ఇది నీకు H+ రావాలంటే ఇది ఎలా బ్రేక్ అవ్వాలి, నీకు MO- అయాన్ H+ అయాన్ అయితే ఎసిడిక్ అయిపోతుంది. M+ అయాన్ OH- అయాన్ గా బ్రేక్ అయితే బేసిక్ అయిపోతుంది. కరెక్టేనా? ఇప్పుడు ఒక ఎలిమెంట్ కి ఆక్సిజన్ హైడ్రోజన్ అనుకున్నట్టు అక్కడ ఎసిడిక్ కా బేసిక్ కా, ఏ బాండ్ బ్రేక్, ఈ బాండ్ బ్రేక్ అయింది అనుకోండి OH బయటకు వస్తుంది, బేసిక్ అవుతుంది. ఈ బాండ్ బ్రేక్ అయింది అనుకోండి H+ బయటకు వస్తుంది, MO- అయాన్ బాడీ, అప్పుడు ఎసిడిక్ నేచర్ బేసిక్ నేచర్. ఇదంతా దేని మీద డిపెండ్ అయి ఉందా అంటే, ఆ ఎలక్ట్రోనెగటివిటీ ఆఫ్ ది ఎలిమెంట్స్ మీద డిపెండ్ అయి ఉంటుంది. వీ నో ఆక్సిజన్ హ్యాస్ 3.5 ఎలక్ట్రోనెగటివిటీ, hydrogen has 1.1, that is 2.1 electronegativity. Hydrogen, our elements, let it be metals la, metals ko vachesari deeniki electronegativity let it be 1 end. Metals have very very low electronegativity. Okay, now identify the difference between these two. How much is the difference? 3.5 minus 1 ra, that is 2.5. Now identify the difference between these two.
1.4.
3.5 minus 2.1 ra.
1.4.
How much?
1.4.
1.1. Where more electronegativity difference is there, that bond is easy to break. Here difference is more. Here difference is less. Now this bond is going to break. So kabatti
Basic.
ఇది జరగదండి, ఇది జరుగుతుందండి. Now this compound behaves like a base. ఒప్పుకుంటారా? అంటే మన మెటల్ కి OH కనుక వస్తే బేస్. అదే మనం నాన్ మెటల్ తీసుకున్నాం అనుకోండి, ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇఫ్ X is the non metal, this is bonded with oxygen HA. This is 3.5 ra. This is 2.1 ra. That oxygen is that is chlorine is the element ra. I am taking this one as chlorine ra. 3.0. Now difference of this one is 0.5 ra. Now difference of this one is 1.4 ra. 1.4. Now this bond is going to be break.
Yes.
Okay. So now it gives XO minus and oxo anion is coming out. Along that H plus anion. Now it is behaves like acid. This compound behaves like acid. So depending on the electronegativity difference, so is that acid or base decided? H3PO3 on the double bond OH H అని చెప్తున్నాం. ఇక్కడ నుండి నీకు H ప్లస్ వస్తుందని చెప్తున్నాను కానీ OH మైనస్ వస్తుందని చెప్పట్లేదుగా. Why not? Because of this theory. That is why that behaves like an acid. మీకు OH ఉంది కదా, దాంట్లో H ప్లస్ రా, OH చెప్పాలి కదా, సార్ ఎప్పుడు H ప్లస్ చెప్తున్నారు ఏంటంటే డౌట్. So why not that is OH minus coming out? Because of this concept. ఏమన్నా అర్థమైందిరా?
Sir,
Yes, sir.
H3PO3 tribasic or dibasic?
ఏదమ్మా ఇదా
H3PO3.
డైబేసిక్. H3PO3 అంటే అక్కడ రెండు OH లేగా ఉన్నాయి. రెండు OH ఎన్ని OH ఉంటే అన్ని H ప్లస్ వస్తాయి.
అక్కడ మీరు మూడు
H plus ions coming out. 2 H plus ions అండి. 2 H plus ions is dibasic అండి. That is H3PO3 dibasic acid. Next, I want to decide the dipole moment of these trihalides. Mu values. How to identify the mu values? We are going to discuss about dipole moment mu of these trihalides. Let us take nitrogen halides. NF3 lone pair అండి. NCl3 lone pair NI3 lone pair. From where? See here boys, generally lone pair ఎప్పుడు కూడా away from atom రా. This is dipole moment direction. Okay, so ఇక్కడ కూడా lone pair away from atom, ఇది కూడా lone pair away from atom. Next, ఇక్కడ ఫ్లోరిన్ రా, మోర్ ఎలక్ట్రోనెగేటివ్ లెస్ ఎలక్ట్రోనెగేటివ్, ఈ బాండ్ polarity ఈ డైరెక్షన్ ఉంటుంది because fluorine is more electronegative. So the resulting dipole moment is in this direction. Correct na? So కాబట్టి ఈ రెండు ఎలా ఉన్నాయి, resultant directions opposite లో ఉన్నాయండి. So one is cancel with each other and so that means here mu almost all equal to 0. Dipole moment value, mu value almost all equal to 0. Now what happened? Nitrogen electronegativity 3. Nitrogen electronegativity 3. There is no bond polarity, boys. There is no bond polarity. Please keep in mind. No cancellation. Only one direction. Only one direction. Next, Ni3. Iodine is less electronegative. So towards nitrogen. So that is enhanced in this direction. Overall, the value is increased. Tell me whose dipole moment is more?
Ni3.
So order of mu is equal to Ni3 greater than NCl3 greater than NF3 end. NF3 almost behaves like non-polar end. Almost NF3 behaves like non-polar situation. Okay na? Next point. What about the hydrolysis of PF3? PF3 when reacts with water. Tell me the hydrolysis. Is this hydrolysis fast or slow? Slow or no? Tell me boys. Fast or slow? In case no చెప్పమంటారా?
Slow sir.
Slow.
Slow na? Reason ఏమై ఉంటది?
Dipole mode.
Answer is
Polarity ఉంది సార్.
no.
Polarity ఉండటం వల్ల
Non-polar.
ఇక్కడ phosphorus దగ్గర d orbitals are there, but fluorine దగ్గర d orbitals are absent. Correct na? Because
sir.
of presence of d orbitals in pf3, phosphorus దగ్గర ఉన్నాయి కాబట్టి so something hydrolysis takes place. That's why no అనే ఛాన్స్ లేదండి. మనకి గ్యారంటీగా either fast అని అవ్వాలి, స్లో అని అవ్వాలి. స్లో అని చెప్తున్నాను రా. వాట్ ఇస్ ద రీజన్ బిహైండ్ దిస్? బికాస్ ఆఫ్ బ్యాక్ బాండింగ్. గుర్తు చేసుకోండి, నిన్న మనం డిస్కస్ చేసాం pf3 రా. సో ఫాస్ఫరస్ దగ్గర ఏంటి? ఎంటీ ఆర్బిటాల్, డి ఆర్బిటాల్ ఇస్ దేర్. మనకి ఇక్కడ వాటర్ ఉంది. ఆ వాటర్ నుండి ఈ లోన్ పేరు దీనికి ఇచ్చే ముందు ఇదే ఇటువైపు ఇచ్చేసి బ్యాక్ బాండింగ్ పాసిబుల్ అయింది. బ్యాక్ బాండింగ్ రా. Because of this back bonding, this orbital is not in free to accept this electron pair. That is why pf3 hydrolysis is slow. Oppukuntara? pf3 hydrolysis is slow. Correct na? Oppukuntara?
Yes sir.
So why? Because of back bonding case. Because of back bonding case. అదే నువ్వు PCl3 కి వెళ్ళేసరికి బ్యాక్ బాండింగ్ టెండెన్సీ లెస్ అండి, కాబట్టి రెడీ టు ఇన్వాల్వ్ ఇన్ హైడ్రాలిసిస్. కానీ pf3 లో మాత్రం వెరీ స్లో బ్యాక్ బాండ్, వెరీ స్లో హైడ్రాలిసిస్ టేక్స్ ప్లేస్. వెరీ స్లో హైడ్రాలిసిస్ టేక్స్ ప్లేస్. నెక్స్ట్ వన్.
సో పైన NBr3 తీసుకోవాలి సార్.
NBr3 ఎక్కడ? ఓకే NBr కూడా దానికంటే కొంచెం ఎక్కువ ఉంటుంది. అంటే ఇప్పుడు ఆవిడ ఏం చెప్పాల్సి వస్తే
సార్ క్లోరిన్
అంటే ఎలక్ట్రోనెగేటివ్ డిఫరెన్స్ తేడా వస్తుంది.
PL3 కంటే NBr3
NF3 NF3 NBr3.
ఒక్క నిమిషం తేడా పడినట్టుంది. ఆగండి, మనం ఇందాక సీక్వెన్స్ మిస్ అయ్యంగా. Ni3 గ్రేటర్ దాన్, NBr3 గ్రేటర్ దాన్, NCl3 గ్రేటర్ దాన్, NF3. ఓకేనా? ఇప్పుడు మనం ఇప్పుడు ఇంకా ట్రై హాలైట్స్ లోనే ఉన్నారా ఎన్ని? నెక్స్ట్ వన్ అండి.
అంటే ఫర్
ఆల్ దీస్ ట్రై హాలైట్స్.
సార్
ఒక్క నిమిషం రా, నీలకండి ఒక్క నిమిషం. ఆల్ దీస్ ట్రై హాలైట్స్ has lone pair on the central atom. All these trihalides are lone pair and so they can donate these lone pairs, boys. They can donate these lone pairs. That is why these trihalides acts as Lewis bases. Correct or wrong?
yes sir.
And also acts
Yes,
as
sir.
ligands. Acts as ligands. Ligands are also nothing but Lewis bases. Okay. Now tell me, boys. NF3. NF3 is there. NF3, NCl3. Next, NBr3. There. Among these, which one is best Lewis acid? Lewis base?
NF3.
NF3
Which one ready to
NBr3.
donate electron pair?
NBr3
can donate sir.
more electron density at night.
NCl3.
Yes. So see here, already మనం explain చేస్తారా? ఇది electron density ఇక్కడ decrease, nitrogen దగ్గర electron density decrease రా. Because of decrease in electron density, it is strongly attracted by the nitrogen, not ready to give that electron pair. That's why it is weak base. Correct or wrong?
Yes sir.
So that means NF3 is weak base ending. When compared to Cl, that is Br. This is
ఒకసారి చెప్పండి సార్ మళ్ళీ.
ఏం లేదా, ఫ్లోరిన్ దగ్గర మనకి మోర్ ఎలక్ట్రోనెగేటివ్ ఎలిమెంట్ కదా, కాబట్టి ఈ బాండ్ పేరు ఇది లాగేసుకుంటూ ఉంటే నైట్రోజన్ దగ్గర ఎలక్ట్రానిక్స్ తగ్గినట్టేగా. అలా ఇప్పుడు ఈ 3 బాండ్స్ అన్నప్పుడు గ్యారెంటీ ఎలక్ట్రాన్ డెన్సిటీ తగ్గుతుంది కాబట్టి బికాస్ ఆఫ్ డిక్రీజ్ ఇన్ దట్ ఎలక్ట్రాన్ డెన్సిటీ ఈ లోన్ పేరు ఇది అట్రాక్టివ్ గా ఉంటుంది. ఎందుకంటే నాకు ఆల్రెడీ తగ్గింది, నువ్వు వెళ్ళిపోతే బయటికి ఎలా కుదురుతాను కాబట్టి ఇది క్విక్ గా ఎలక్ట్రాన్ పేరు ఇచ్చే ఛాన్స్ లేదు. Okay, na? Now it is NF3. What about PF? Tell me. What about PF3? Is that quickly donates electron pair or not?
No, sir.
When compared to NF3?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How and why?
Back bonding.
Yes, PF3 దగ్గర. దీని దగ్గర బ్యాక్ బాండింగ్ వస్తుంది. ఆ బ్యాక్ బాండ్ రెసిడెన్స్ వాడితే now this electron pair is free and now ready to donate. Now ready to donate. Therefore PF3 is strong base. Correct na? And a strong ligand kan చెప్పొచ్చు. Ligand also strong. ఒప్పుకుంటారా? So అంటే NF3 PF3 which is strong acid and which is strong base?
PF3.
NF3 and PF3 which is strong base?
PF3.
PF3 strong base and so therefore acts as strong ligand. Acts as strong ligand. Next, because of presence of empty orbitals, ma nitro in the grade chance lene gaani because of presence of empty orbitals, so at the central atom these can also accept electron pair from other side. Phosphorus దగ్గర మనకి empty orbitals ఉన్నాయి కదా, ఆ empty orbitals ఉండడం వల్ల electron pair ని కూడా accept చేసుకుంటూ ఉంటారా. Because of that tendency, these also acts as Lewis acids. These also acts as Lewis acids, not only bases, also acts as Lewis acids. And therefore, PF3 acts as Lewis base as well as Lewis acid. PF3 acts as Lewis acid as well as Lewis base. Point అర్థమవుతుందా? ఎంటీ ఆర్బిటాల్స్ ఉన్నాయి కాబట్టి ఎలక్ట్రాన్ పైన యాక్సెప్ట్ చేయాలి. అదే నైట్రోజన్ దగ్గర అయితే పాసిబిలిటీ లేదా, కానీ ఇక్కడైతే పాసిబిలిటీ ఉంది. సో ఫైనల్ గా PF3 is strong base. PF3 also acts as acid. PF3 also acts as Lewis acid. So mind it, trihalides having empty d orbitals also acts as Lewis acid. Also acts as Lewis acid. Okay, next one.
Sir, strong base అన్నారు కదా సార్ PF3.
అవునా?
లూయిస్ యాసిడ్.
బేసిక్ నేచర్ లో మాట్లాడుకుంటే ఈ బాండ్ అంటే నేను ఇక్కడ NF3 ని PF3 ని కంపేర్ చేస్తాను. When compared to NF3, PF3 is strong.
Okay.
అంతేగాని ఇట్ సెల్ఫ్ నేను డిస్కషన్ పెట్టలేదు. When compared to NF3, PF3 is strong base. Itself PF3 acts as acid also. ఉండవా?
ఎస్ సార్. బ్యాక్ బాండింగ్ ఫామ్ చేసిన సరే ఇంకో ఎంటీ
బ్యాక్ బాండింగ్ ఫామ్ చేసినా కూడా ఇంకా రిమైనింగ్ ఆర్బిటాల్స్ అదే. అంటే అది ఎలక్ట్రాన్ పైన యాక్సెప్ట్ చేస్తుంది, కానీ క్విక్ గానా స్లో గానా అన్న తర్వాత విషయం, అది స్ట్రాంగ్ గా వీక్ అన్నది విషయం తర్వాత మాట్లాడదామండి. అవసరం మనకి బియాండ్ అవర్ బుక్. Next one. Now, in all these compounds, MX3 type compounds, central atom is M and E. This is sp3 hybridized boys and one lone pair and 3 bond pairs at the central atom. Therefore, this one has pyramidal shape. Our trihalides are pyramidal in shape. Our trihalides are pyramidal in shape. That trihalides bond angles are. Bond angle in trihalides. Bond angle PH3 less than PF3 less than. Please note this point. PF3 less than PCl3 less than PBr3 less than PI3 and. So back bonding plays an important role here, boys. So back bonding effect dominates in this case. Next, NCl3 greater than PCl3 greater than AsCl3 greater than SbCl3 and so in case law back bonding dominates. Back bond affects the concept and no back bonding effect. In these cases, no back bonding any. This is the order of bond angles in those compounds. All these compounds are pyramidal. In all these cases, our element is in sp3 hybridization. Element is in sp3 hybridization. So this is about trihalides, boys. So let us discuss pentahalides.
Sir, doubt, sir.
Cheppamma.
Sir, ఇప్పుడు hydrolysis of trihalides for a given element fluorine నుంచి iodine వరకు ఇంక్రీజ్ ఇద్దని చెప్పొచ్చు సార్.
చెప్పొచ్చు, ఎందుకంటే డిఆర్ ప్లస్ ఇన్వాల్వ్ అవుతూ ఉంటాయి కదా.
ఓకే
సార్, మరి బేసిక్ నేచర్ ఇంక్రీజింగ్ దేని బట్టి డిపెండ్ అవుతుంది?
బేసిక్ నేచర్ అనేది నీకు సెంట్రల్ ఆటమ్ దగ్గర ఉన్న ఎలక్ట్రాన్ పేర్ డొనేటింగ్ టెండెన్సీని బేస్ చేసుకుంటుంది. అది ఎంత క్విక్ గా డొనేట్ చేస్తే
సేమ్ ఆర్డర్ సార్, బ్యాక్ బాండింగ్ ఎఫెక్ట్ మీద కూడా డిపెండ్ అవుతుంది కదా సార్ బేసిక్ నేచర్.
అమ్మా,
బ్యాక్ బాండింగ్ ఎఫెక్ట్ మీద కూడా బేసిక్ నేచర్ డిపెండ్ అవుతుంది కదా సార్.
ఇప్పుడు అదే కదా పిఎఫ్3 కి NF3 కి కాన్సెప్ట్ అదే అప్లై చేస్తున్నాం.
అంటే PI3 కి ఎక్కువ ఉంటుందా సార్ బేసిక్ నేచర్?
PF3 ఇస్ మోర్ బేసిక్ దాన్ NF3 అండి. ఇప్పుడు దాన్ని నేను డిస్కస్ చేసిన కూడా అదే, PF3 ఇస్ మోర్ బేసిక్ దాన్ NF3 రా. ఇప్పుడు మనం మాట్లాడుకుంది అదే బేసిక్ నేచర్.
అంటే సార్ PI3 సార్,
PI3 కి వచ్చేసరికి బ్యాక్ బాండింగ్ ఎఫెక్ట్ వెరీ నెగ్లిజిబుల్ అవుతుంది. ఎందుకంటే ఫ్లోరిన్ యాక్సెప్ట్, ఎందుకంటే ఫాస్ఫరస్ ఫ్లోరిన్ ఆల్మోస్ట్ సేమ్ ఇన్ సైజ్, కాబట్టి బ్యాక్ బాండింగ్ పాసిబుల్ వస్తాయి. కానీ అయోడిన్ బ్రోమిన్ దగ్గరకు వచ్చేసి బ్యాక్ బాండింగ్ ఇస్ నెగ్లిజిబుల్, కాబట్టి అక్కడ మన బ్యాక్ బాండింగ్ ఎఫెక్ట్ అవ్వడానికి ఛాన్స్ లేదు. ఇక్కడ అదే పరిస్థితి. హాలోజన్స్ క్లోరిన్ దగ్గర కానీ, బ్రోమిన్ దగ్గర కానీ, అయోడిన్ దగ్గర కానీ అంత త్వరగా బ్యాక్ బాండింగ్ నాట్ పాసిబుల్ బికాస్ ఆఫ్ సైజ్ వేరియేషన్. క్లియరా?
ఓకే సార్.
సార్ NF3, NCl3, NBr3 వాటిల్లో బాండ్ యాంగిల్ డిక్రీజ్ అవుతుందా ఇంక్రీజ్ అవుతుందా సార్?
NF3,
NCl3, NBr3, NI3.
ఆ కాంపౌండ్స్ వచ్చినప్పుడు చెప్తాను, కంగారు ఆగండి, పేటెంట్స్ ఇవన్నీ ఉన్నాయండి. నెక్స్ట్ పెంటాహాలైడ్స్. Pentahalides, MX5 top compounds. Here our element is +5 state. This is possible in excited state. Correct?
Yes sir, with the
excited state లోనే మనకు +5 state possible అని. కాబట్టి our element must be in excited state. Excited state రావాలి అంటే presence of d orbital. Presence of d orbital లో మాత్రమే మనకి ఇది పాసిబుల్ అండి, మనకి presence of d orbitals. Okay, so what about nitrogen? Tell me boys, is nitrogen form pentahalides or not?
No sir.
Nitrogen can form pentahalides or not? Tell me.
No.
No sir.
Is nitrogen can form pentahalides or not?
No sir.
Yes or no?
No.
So nitrogen
No sir,
cannot form
pentahalides.
Cannot form pentahalides. Why not?
Covalency maximum is 4
Covalence
sir.
will not be.
Not covalency. First of all, absence of.
p orbitals.
Due to the absence of d orbitals.
I'm clear.
Due to the absence of d orbitals, nitrogen cannot form pentahalides. Find it. Okay. Now, pentahalide starts from phosphorus itself. Am I correct?
Yes sir.
From phosphorus side,
Phosphorus.
PF5, PCl5, PBr5, PI5 and arsenic side ra AsF5, AsCl5 less stable and remaining almost not possible and the remaining almost not possible ra. It is due to middle row anomaly. Due to middle row anomaly. Already middle row anomaly అంటే ఏంటో చెప్పాను రా, d orbitals poor spilling effect అని మాట్లాడుకోవచ్చామండి. Because of that, this cannot form pentahalides. Next, and ఒక రకంగా ఇనట్ పేర్ ఎఫెక్ట్ లాగానే అది కూడా SB రా, SBF5, SBCl5. So remaining two are almost not possible cases. Next, bismuth side. Bismuth stable oxygen state +3 ra. But with high electronegativity element like fluorine, bismuth can also form pentahalide. In remaining cases, not possible. In remaining case, Not possible, boys. So these are not formed due to inert pair effect. Due to inert pair effect, those compounds are not formed. But bismuth gives +5 in presence of bismuth gives +5 in presence of high electronegative element, that is fluorine. That is fluorine. That is a BiF5 exists. Remaining 3 compounds are not exist, boys. Remaining 3 compounds are not exist. Now, what are the preparation of these compounds? Preparation. Now, our elements reacts with halogen etc. gives pentahalides. So our element reacts with excess of halogen, gives pentahalides first. Now what are the preparation methods? That is phosphorus P4 gives reacts with chlorine, which is in excess amount, and that gives PCl5, phosphorus pentachloride, 4 PCl5, 10 and 10 Cl2 and 10 Cl2. Okay. Next, PCl3 plus Cl2 also gives PCl5. PCl3 plus Cl2 also gives PCl5. Next, P4 plus 10 F2 gives PF5 and 4. PF5 possible and PCl3 possible, PCl5 possible, PCl5. Okay, phosphorus side it is possible and but arsenic antimony pentahalides, arsenic and antimony pentahalides are prepared by following methods. Okay, so that means arsenic trioxide As2O3 when reacts with fluorine, not element any respect to trioxides, reacts with halogens, gives AsF5 plus AsF5 plus O2 gas is liberated. Balance it As3O3 2 times, 10 times, 4 times, 3 times. Similarly, Sb 2Sb2O3 plus 10F2 gives 4SbF5 plus 3O2. Oxygen gas is liberated. Oxygen gas is liberated. Okay. So these are general preparation methods, guys. So in particular, what are the hydrolysis of these pentahalides? Already we explained trihalides hydrolysis. Pentahalides are also involved in hydrolysis. What are the products formed? Let's listen carefully. Important. Hydrolysis
Sir,
of
can reaction
pentahalides. Same reaction. 5 reaction.
Okay.
So As plus Sb replace it. That's enough. Okay. Hydrolysis. Hydrolysis of pentahalides. See here, boys. PCl5 reacts with water. PCl5 reacts with water. That gives, first of all, POCl3 plus 2HCl. Anni chlorines reaction involved. That is why this reaction is taken as partial hydrolysis. Partial hydrolysis. So when PCl5 involved in partial hydrolysis, the product formed is POCl3. That formed POCl3 once again reacts with water. Once again reacts with water. POCl3 means its structure is P double bond O, Cl, Cl, Cl. These chlorines are replaced with OH. And hydrogens are there. These hydrogens and chlorine gives HCl. Therefore, our product is H3PO4 plus 3 HCl and 3 water molecules. In the equation, POCl3 plus 3 H2O gives H3PO4 plus 3 HCl. Okay. So now what happened? Add these two equations. POCl3, POCl3 gets cancelled. Now PCl5 plus 4H2O gives H3PO4 plus 5HCl, and it is a complete hydrolysis. It is a complete hydrolysis. So partial hydrolysis or complete hydrolysis. When PCl5 involved in partial hydrolysis, POCl3 is the product. If it is involved in complete hydrolysis, that is H3PO4 is the product. And phosphoric acid, orthophosphoric acid. Boys, please listen carefully. PCl3 when reacts with water, in that case, H3PO3 plus HCl is the product. Correct or wrong? Please check once again your previous notes. When PCl3 involved in hydrolysis gives H3PO3. When PCl5 involved in hydrolysis, that gives H3PO4. Here phosphorus is in +5. Here phosphorus is in +3. Here phosphorus is in +5. Here phosphorus is in +3. It is orthophosphoric acid. It is orthophosphorus acid. These two reactions are very, very, very important reactions. Hydrolysis of PCl5 and PCl3. ఇది ఇంత ముందు ఆల్రెడీ రాశారా, ఇది ఇప్పుడు నోట్ చేసుకున్నాడు. గుర్తుంటుందా? Complete hydrolysis to partial hydrolysis conditions. Okay na?
Yes, sir.
Next. Now, what about the structure of this PCl5 or PF5? See here. All these MX5 compounds are covalent. All these MX5 compounds are covalent compounds. So, in particular, PF5, that structure gurinchi maatladadamandi. PF5. This PF5 is a gas. PF5 is a gas. Okay. So either in solid state, liquid state, or gaseous state, the structure is trigonal bipyramidal structure. Structure of PF5 is sp3d hybridization. Noise here, element is in sp3d hybridization, trigonal bipyramidal shape and structure. Here also either solid, liquid, or gas, PF5, that is trigonal bipyramidal shape and trigonal bipyramidal shape, that is in. So very, very important. And see here, PF5, phosphorus, fluorine, F. It is a PF5 structure. Trigonal bipyramidal structure. It is itself rearranged to square pyramidal structure. So trigonal bipyramidal structure is changed to square pyramidal structure. Then it is once again changed to trigonal bipyramidal. Okay. So that means interconversion takes place at. So it is a trigonal bipyramidal structure. It is square pyramidal structure. It is a square pyramidal structure, boys. So that means one structure is changed to another structure because of this interconversion, which is called as Berry pseudo rearrangement and rotation. Berry pseudo rotation. Due to this, all PF bond lengths are same end because of the actually equatorial bond lengths and axial bond lengths are more in length than that of equatorial in cheptara. Avuna kada? Equivalent bond lengths are less and axial bond lengths are more end. And different bond angles for bond lengths maintain out there. This bond length is less than that of this bond length. But because of this interconversion, all these P of bond lengths are same. So equal bond lengths are maintained. So what is that name? Berry pseudo rotation. Because of this Berry pseudo rotation, this is happening. And this is happening. Next, what about PCl5?
Proclamations.
సార్
Ah.
బ్యాక్ బాండింగ్ ఉంది కదా, కొంచెం డిఫికల్ట్ అవ్వదా సార్ దీనికి?
ఏది
ఇలా
ఇక్కడ బ్యాక్ బాండింగ్ బ్యాక్ బాండింగ్ నెగ్లిజిబుల్ రా ఈ కేసులో. ట్రైహాలైడ్స్ లోనే మనం మాక్సిమం అబ్జర్వ్ చేస్తాం.
ఓకే
బట్ ఇది డిఆర్ ప్లస్ వాడేసుకుంటుంది. లిటిల్ బిట్ డిఫికల్ట్ రా. ఇంకా హాలైడ్స్ అవ్వలేదు రే. కానివ్వండి. ఓకే. Now PCl5. No doubt. PCl5 trigonal bipedal structure, well known one and manaki. So here equivalent bond lengths, no doubt bond lengths are not equal. It is unsymmetrical structure. No practically Japan. Okay, it is in gas phase. In gas phase, PCl5 like this. So now it turns into solid state. Solid state. So now this PCl5, 2 moles of PCl5 gives PCl4 plus ion and PCl6 minus ion. That means solid PCl5 exists as like this. Solid PCl5 exists as PCl4 plus ion, PCl6 minus ion. Here phosphorus is in sp3 hybridization, tetrahedral. So symmetric conditioning. Next here in PCl6, phosphorus is in sp3d2 hybridization, octahedral. Once again symmetric. So both are symmetric. It is unsymmetric, but that is a symmetric case. That is why solid PCl5 exists as ionic compound. That is PCl4 plus ion and PCl6 minus ion. Number of times asked. Number of times. Solid PCl5 exists as. Both are symmetric structure. So because of symmetry, those molecules are closely packed. Because of close packing, structure is stable. Structure is stable. In gaseous state, it is like this. But in solid state, so it has cation it is cation. Cation, it is anion. Cation has a tetrahedral shape and anion has octahedral shape. So it is in sp3 hybridization, that is sp3d2 hybridization. Next, PBr5. Solid PBr5 exists as PBr4 plus ion, Br minus ion. Solid PBr4 exists as PBr4 plus ion, Br minus ion. Why not like that? Here bromine is more size than chlorine. Size of bromine is more than that of chlorine. That means accommodation of 6 bromines on phosphorus is almost difficult. Because of that, it is like this. See here. So PBr6 minus not existent due to, because what is the reason, boys? Due to the accommodation of 6Br on phosphorus not possible. So that's why PBr6, this is only existence. This is only existence. Next, Pi5. Pi5, it is unstable and it breaks down into Pi3 plus I2. Pi3 plus I2. It is, these 2 points are very, very, very important. Solid PCl5, solid PBr5. How they are exist? So PCl5 అయితే cation anion conditions కూడా important. PCl5 దగ్గర అయితే cation anion conditions are also important. Okay, just a minute. Third category any oxides. Oxides of 15th group elements, boys. Now, first element nitrogen. Nitrogen can form different variety of oxides, boys, from +1 to +5. That is N2O, NO, N2O3, N2O4, N2O5 are possible. From nitrogen side, N2O, NO, N2O3, N2O4, N2O5 are possible. So here nitrogen is in +1 oxidation state. Nitrogen is in +2 oxidation state. Nitrogen is in +3 oxidation state. +4 oxidation state. +5 oxidation state. Boys, your NO2 also here, which is also +4 oxidation state. Okay. So dimer of NO2 is N2O4. See here. So these are the possible oxides of nitrogen. Nitrogen can form variety of hydrides, variety of oxides. Boys, our 15th group element M has +3 and +5 are common oxidation states. Our oxygen has -2 oxidation state. Based on this, M+3 with -2, M+5 with -2, combination gives M2O3 type oxides, M2O5 type oxides. Now, generally, 2 types of oxides are possible. One is trioxides, and the other one is pentoxides. So, generally, our 15th group elements form 2 types of oxides, trioxides and pentoxides. Trioxides have general formula N2O3, pentoxides have M2O5. And see here, it is a trioxide, it is a pentoxide. Okay, it is a trioxide. It is a pentoxide. It is a tetroxide. Also possible. So generally, trioxides and pentoxides are possible. Now, from other elements, what type of oxides are possible? Phosphorus. Phosphorus can form P2O3, but phosphorus trioxide is always exists in dimer state. P2O3 plus P2O3 combination gives P4O6 and not P2O3 and P4O6 exists. Next, similarly, P4O8, it is P4O10. Boys, all these are dimers. Dimer end. Not only phosphorus, arsenic also. AS4O6, AS4OH, AS4O10 are possible. Nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony also. Sb4O6, Sb4OH, Sb4O10 possible. Sb4O10. Boys, all these compounds, that is trioxide, tetroxide, pentoxides, are dimers. All these compounds are dimers. Now, what about bismuth? Bismuth can show only trioxide, that too monomer, not dimer. So, nitrogen N2O3 also monomer. Nitrogen, bismuth, trioxides are monomers, but remaining trioxides are dimers. Not only trioxide, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony sites, trioxide, tetroxide, pentoxide, all dimers. All dimers. So, tetroxide and pentoxide of bismuth is not possible because of, tell me the reason, inert pair effect. Due to inert pair effect, pentoxides, tetroxides are not possible from bismuth, sir. These are the possible oxides. These are the possible oxides. Note down: phosphorus, arsenic, antimony, trioxides, but tetroxides, pentoxides are dimers. But nitrogen, phosphorus, nitrogen, bismuth are monomers. Not exist as dimers, which is always monomers. Now, stability of trioxides. Stability of these trioxides. Boys, +3 oxidation state top to bottom increases or decreases? Tell me. Stability of +3 oxidation state increases. Because of that, stability of these oxides also increases. Trioxide stability from top to bottom increases.
Decreases.
What about pentoxides? Stability of pentoxides.
Decreases.
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 Decreases from top to bottom.
Tetroxides also decreases.
Tetroxides also decreases. Most frequently, trioxides and pentoxides. Here we are discussing. Okay, trioxides. Trioxides. See here. In trioxides, oxidation state of our element is +3. Now, sometimes it may convert into +4 or +5 like that. Correct or wrong? Oxidation state may change. So, increase in oxidation state possible. That is why it is oxidized. Therefore, acts as
Reducing agent.
Acts as
Reducing agent.
reducing agent. Acts as reducing agent. Sometimes may convert it into, may decrease their oxidation states. +3 something else, because those are also possible. Or -3, not +3. It is better to go with -3. Is this possible or not possible? 15th group elements, -3 also possible cases. So if this happening, it is reduction, acts as oxidizing agent. Now tell me, our trioxides acts as both
Reducing agent.
oxidizing agents and reducing agent. Correct or wrong? Trioxides acts as both oxidizing agent and reducing agent. Correct enough?
Correct.
ఆక్సిడైజింగ్ ఏజెంట్ అవ్వాలి అంటే రెడ్యూస్ అవ్వాలి. రెడ్యూస్ అవ్వాలంటే ఎలా? +3 నుండి -3కి రెడ్యూస్ అవుతుంది. రెడ్యూసింగ్ ఏజెంట్ అవ్వాలంటే ఆక్సిడైజ్ అవ్వాలి. ఆక్సిడైజ్ అవ్వాలంటే +3 to +5 పాసిబుల్ అండి. బోత్ ఆర్ హ్యాపెనింగ్ అండి. బోత్ ఆర్ పాసిబుల్ అండి. అంటే మిడిల్ అంటే our element is in middle oxidation state. Because if it is middle oxidation state, it may increase its oxidation state or decrease in oxidation state. That's why those elements act as both oxidizing agents and reducing agent, or those elements are those compounds. So that's why trioxides are both oxidizing agents and reducing agents. What about pentoxides?
Only oxidizing agents.
Pentoxides are highest oxidation state lo unda. So that means oxidation state
Oxidizing agent.
not increase rate. Increase అయ్యే ఛాన్స్ లేదా? కాబట్టి ఆక్సిడైజింగ్ స్టేట్ డిక్రీజ్ అయ్యే ఛాన్స్ ఉందండి. డిక్రీజ్ అవుతుందంటే రిడక్షన్ రా. therefore acts as oxidizing agent. therefore pentoxides only oxidizing agents. Pentoxides acts only as oxidizing agents. Okay na? Next అర్థమైందా ఇవన్నీ? నెక్స్ట్ రా. for an element as oxidation state increases, acidic nature of oxide also increases. And it is important point, boys. As oxidation state of an element increases, but if an element can form more than one oxides, more than one type of oxides, if an element can form more than one type of oxides, as oxidation state of that element increases, acidic nature of those oxides also increases. Acidic nature of those oxides also increases. So based on this point, my point note chesara.
Yes, sir.
Note chesara. So based on this point, see here, boys, I'm erasing the concept. See here. For an element as oxidation state increases, oxides acidic nature also increases. And now tell me, from nitrogen side, N2O and NO are existent. So, these two are neutral oxides. From nitrogen side, N2O and NO are neutral oxides. Next, what about that? N2O3 ending. N2O3, weak acidic ending. N2O4 also acidic ending. N2O5 strong acidic ending. N2O5 strong acid. See boys, here it is a +1, +2, +3, +4, +5. Top to bottom, oxidation state of nitrogen increases. Acidic nature also increases. Clear? So number of times, what are the neutral oxides of nitrogen and salasal? What are those? N2O and NO. N2O and NO are the neutral oxides of nitrogen. N2O and NO both are neutral oxides of nitrogen. So weak acidic, acidic and strong acidic. Now tell me boys, P4O6 and P4O10, which is more acidic?
P4O10, sir.
So that means the pentoxides are more acidic than pentoxides are more acidic than trioxides. Correct, na?
Sir.
So pentoxides for every element, pentoxides are more acidic than trioxides. Pentoxides are more acidic than trioxides. Now boys, top to bottom ending. Metallic nature, what happening? From top to bottom.
Increases.
Metallic nature
Increases.
increases or decreases? Metallic nature increases. Non-metal oxides are acidic. Metal oxides are basic. Correct or wrong?
Correct, sir.
Non-metal oxides
Yes, sir, correct.
acidic. Metal oxides basic. Now tell me that top to bottom metallic nature increases. So now top to bottom ending. Up to bottom.
Acidity
Acidic nature of these oxides
Decreases.
Acidic nature of
Decreases.
these oxides decreases. Basic nature of
Decreases.
oxides.
Basic nature increases.
So basic nature of those oxides is clear. Dhavendra,
Yes, sir.
based on this, so N2O3 acidic ending. P4O10 acidic kera. Non-metal oxides are acidic. These two are non-metals. Nitrogen and phosphorus are non-metals ending. Next, arsenic. AS4O10. O6 AS4O6, Sb4O6. These two are amphoteric metals oxides. These are that is metalloids ending. These are amphoteric. Amphoteric. Last one, Bi2O3 ending. What about this? Basic end. Bi2O3 is basic end. Okay, mind it. Mainly basic is correct word end. Mainly basic. That means a little bit acidic also there. Bi2O3 is mainly basic, means slightly acidic nature is there. So see here the reaction 6NaOH. 6NaOH, it is based. Reacts with Bi2O3. Gives 2Na2BiO3 bismuth H plus H2O. 3H2O. Now see here, boys. No doubt it is based. It is a salt. Now what is the nature of this Bi2O3 here?
Acidic.
Acidic. That means Bi2O3 sometimes also acts as acidic, but mainly that is basic in nature. Mainly that is basic in nature. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Nitrogen oxides more acidic, phosphorus oxides more acidic.
Nitrogen oxide.
Nitrogen oxides.
Nitrogen oxides. Next one. oxo acids. Last general property any oxo acids. Okay, boys, we know oxides and how many types of oxides generally there? Trioxides and pentoxides.
3 types.
Generally any, mostly we are explaining trioxides and pentoxide, rarely tetroxides.
Superoxides
Okay.
also there.
Generally any, but frequently we are using trioxides and pentoxides. Oxo acids, that means that is acidic compound having oxygen in it. Oxygen. There, that oxygen bonded with hydrogen. So this hydrogen released as H plus. Because it is H plus released, that is why acid that contains oxygen in it. That's why those compounds are called as oxo acids. Oxo acids or sometimes oxy acids, both are same. Oxo acids and oxy acids are same era. Okay. Now, see here, we have trioxides. Trioxides. When these trioxides dissolve in water, gives acid in it. Us acids are formed. OUS. Us acids are formed. Let us take an example. N2O3 reacts with what? Dissolved in water, that gives HNO2. It is nitrous acid. Next, P4O6 phosphorus trioxide. When it is dissolved in water, that gives H3PO3, which is orthophosphorus acid. See here, it is us acid, it is us acid. These are trioxides. When trioxides dissolved in water, gives us acids. So now what is the structure of this HNO2? N double bond O, OH. This hydrogen released as H plus. So this is lone parent. This hydrogen released as H plus. So therefore, here hydrogen bonded with oxygen. That is acidic end. Am I correct or wrong? Check once again. Based on your previous concept. Here hydrogen electronegativity 2.1, oxygen 3.5, nitrogen 3.0 and here the difference is 0.5. But here the difference is 1.4. So that's why this is easy to break. That is the released H plus. Therefore, it is acidic. Correct enough? So it is the way to identify whether it is acid or base. Is this released OH group or is this released H plus group? Next, H3PO3. There, phosphorus double bond O, OH, OH, HN. This is also acidic. Their OH groups are there. Okay, those OH groups are responsible for acidic nature of these acids. These acids, oxo acids, their OH groups act as acids. Next, when pentoxides dissolved in water, gives ic acids. When pentoxides dissolved in water, gives ic acids. What are those pentoxides? N2O5, nitrogen pentoxide. When dissolved in water, gives HNO3, nitric acid, ic acid. When P4O10, when dissolved in water, gives H3PO4, phosphoric acid. Phosphoric acid. Balance is not. So these two are ic acids. That means trioxides gives us acids, pentoxides gives ic acids when they dissolve in water. When they dissolve in water. It is about nitrogen oxides, phosphorus oxides. But remaining oxides పరిస్థితి ఏంటో చూద్దాం ఒకసారి.
Sir.
Sir, 1 minute.
Okay. remaining oxides, for example, remaining oxides, note this point. Remaining oxides not soluble in water. Remaining oxides not soluble in water. Okay. So nitrogen oxides, phosphorus oxides matram soluble ra, మిగతావన్నీ కూడా ఆల్మోస్ట్ ఇన్సాల్యుబుల్ అండి. మరి వాటి సైడ్ నుండి యాసిడ్స్ ఎలా ప్రిపేర్ చేస్తాం సార్? సో ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఆర్సెనిక్ సైడ్ నుండి ఆక్సీ యాసిడ్స్ ఎలా వస్తుంది? సో ఫ్రమ్ ఆక్సిజన్ సైడ్, దట్ ఈస్ AsCl3 రా, then arsenic trichloride reacts with water, gives not oxide boys, not oxide. When it is dissolved in water, that gives H3AsO3 ra, arsenous acid.
3HCl.
Okay, plus HCl, 3HCl. 3HCl అవ్వాలంటే ఇది 3H2. Okay, it is arsenous acid. That means acids మనకు నైట్రోజన్ ఫాస్ఫరస్ సైడ్ నుండి అయితే రెస్పెక్ట్ ఆక్సైడ్స్ ప్రిపేర్ చేస్తాం. ఆర్సిక్ అయితే రెస్పెక్ట్ హ్యాలైడ్, ట్రైహాలైడ్ యూజ్ చేసుకుని ప్రిపేర్ చేస్తాం, ట్రైహాలైడ్. మరి వాట్ అబౌట్ యాంటిమోనీ అండ్ బిస్మత్? సో ఐదర్ ఆర్సెనిక్ AS4 or SB4, and when these reacts with HNO3, when these reacts with HNO3 gives, that is H3AsO4 or H3SbO4, and ic acids boys, these are ic acids and plus NO2 plus H2O, NO2 plus H2O, these are ic acids and this is us acid. So this is the way to prepare oxy acids boys, oxy acids. Okay, so these are some general properties towards hydrides, halides, oxides and oxy acids. General trends are completed. Now individual. So nitrogen and its compounds, phosphorus and its compounds. Okay, so from nitrogen side, nitrogen compounds. First of all, preparation of nitrogen and properties of nitrogen, and finally uses of nitrogen. Next, compound side, hydrides, NH3 preparation properties, N2H4 preparation properties, N3H hydrozoic acid preparation properties. Next, nitrogen side, oxides, particularly each and every oxide preparation properties. Among them, HNO3, nitric acid, industrial preparation, and most of the important properties. So it is about nitrogen side. Similarly, phosphorus side also. So tomorrow we will discuss this. Right now I am stopping this concept here. Thank you.
Sir, doubt, sir.